This is Friend or Foe, a Minecraft server where you have 10 lives. Every time you die, you lose a life. On top of this, PvP turns on randomly for 20 minutes at a time, so you never know who could be your friend or your foe. And to add another level of difficulty, villager trading has been disabled along with golden apple crafting, so the only way to find them is through chests. With this being said, welcome to Friend or Foe. The first thing I did was to grab my starter food and run until I found something useful to me. I had managed to find a village, so I gathered the hay bales, looted the houses, and stole some bookshelves. I then went to mine some wood, and then I mined some stone in order to craft myself some stone tools. I then killed a cow for some leather, mined some more wood, and stole the brewing stand. I then also got some sugarcane. This would help me enchant later on. I then made my way back to spawn, and then crafted some bread, which I then gave to my ally, this loyal frog. We then headed back to the village, where he killed the iron golem. He used the iron to craft us both shields. We then went out in search of a cave. We had found one and were about to make our way down until this happened. The first player had already died. Since the cave was pretty empty, we decided to go out in search of a new one. Now that we had found one, we could now start to mine. Since we had exhausted the cave out of all of its minerals, we decided to strip mine in hopes of finding a new cave. It took a while, but I finally managed to find a new cave. Before we went in, I made a furnace to smelt all my iron. I then made myself an iron pickaxe. We then set our spawn points in case we died. Now it was time to venture into the massive cave. So I can now mine some more ores. We then continued with the exploration of our cave system. And it wasn't long after until we found some diamonds. And then again, even more diamonds. I then found even more diamonds. Now that we had enough iron, we decided to strip mine for some diamonds. Fortunately, I had managed to find a cave instead. One that contained lava as well. So me and Frog decided it was time to set up a bit of a camp to smelt our gear and for me to craft diamond pickaxe in order to mine the obsidian. Once I had mined enough obsidian, I made myself an enchantment table, which I then used to enchant my diamond pickaxe. I then went to craft myself full iron armor. I had now decided that I wanted to try and get full diamond armor by the end of this episode, so I started to strip mine for some more diamonds. After a very successful mining trip, I went back to my makeshift camp in order to craft myself my diamond gear. Which I then enchanted with Full Protection 1. Well, that's everything for this episode. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for episode 2, where I plan to build an XP farm and loot another fortress.